Now I give the floor to the distinguished representative of Together 2030 stakeholder group, to be followed by the distinguished representative of Nepal.
Thank you, Chair. In partnership with Together 2030, I deliver this statement on behalf of the Transparency, Accountability, and Participation Network, a global network of over 500 civil society organizations working to build more peaceful, just, and inclusive societies. As highlighted in the 2025 Rome Civil Society Declaration on SDG 16+, today, the number of armed conflicts globally is at its highest since the end of the Cold War, and in 2024, global military expenditure increased to $2.7 trillion US. We cannot discuss the means of implementation for the SDGs without addressing this elephant in the room. Rapid growth in military spending amid mass atrocities and flagrant violations of international law, set against the backdrop of persistent and growing shortfall in ODA commitments. These misaligned priorities undermine sustainable development and efforts to build more peaceful and just societies. It is imperative that governments fulfill their 0.7% ODA commitments and ensure that all aid is transparently allocated to genuine development initiatives without being diluted or diverted to unrelated costs such as military expenditure. Further, while technology has the potential to close information gaps and access gaps, it also holds the potential to bolster the already alarming rise in authoritarianism, misinformation, disinformation, and attacks on democratic institutions. In many countries, anti-democratic trends are shrinking civic space, stifling dissent, and undermining trust and participation needed for peaceful and inclusive societies. It is therefore critical that governments prioritize people-centered financing and technological development with the primary objective of facilitating meaningful inclusion and engagement of civil society actors and communities, namely those most marginalized. Many local and grassroots organizations are operating in increasingly hostile environments while facing massive financial strain due to funding cuts and shifting donor priorities. These actors are the closest to the ground and best positioned to understand and address local needs, but often the least funded and most at risk. Resourcing grassroots civil society is an urgently needed investment in building resilient, equitable, and just societies. Thank you.
I thank the distinguished representative of Together 2030 stakeholder group